Welcome back to my channel, Pocket Change Coins. If you're excited about finding hidden gems in your pocket change, you're in the right place. First, we're going to uncover some of the most valuable and rare US coins that could be worth a fortune. Let's dive in. We're diving into a unique and fascinating coin, the 2015 Kisatchie National Forest Quarter, minted as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This quarter represents Kisatchie National Forest, located in central and northern Louisiana, and it's a true gem for anyone interested in numismatics. So, let's take a closer look at this stunning coin and find out what makes it so valuable. The Kisatchie National Forest Quarter is part of a series that honors some of the most beautiful and historic national parks and forests in the United States. Kisatchie National Forest, which was established in 1936, spans over 600,000 acres and is known for its lush woodlands, rolling hills, and crystal-clear streams. It's home to an incredibly diverse range of wildlife and serves as an important habitat for many species. The park also holds cultural and historical significance, with remnants of Native American history, as well as early settlements. When you look at the 2015 Kisatchie Quarter, you'll notice a breathtaking design that captures the essence of the forest. On the reverse side of the coin, you can see a beautiful image of a longleaf pine tree, which is one of the most iconic features of the Kisatchie National Forest. The pine tree stands tall, symbolizing the strength and beauty of the forest, while a yellow-bellied slider turtle is depicted near the bottom of the coin, further highlighting the incredible wildlife that the area supports. The coin's design is rounded out by the words, Kisatchie, Louisiana, and the year 2015, marking both the location and the year of minting. But you might be wondering, what makes this coin so valuable? Well, for starters, like all coins in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Kisatchie National Forest Quarter is not just a piece of currency, it's a limited edition collectible. These quarters were minted in 2015 and only in specific quantities, making them much rarer than the typical circulating coins you find in your pocket change. The limited nature of these coins, combined with the distinct design, has drawn the attention of collectors across the globe. There are a few key factors that contribute to the value of this coin. First, condition plays a significant role in how much a coin is worth. If you happen to find a 2015 Kisatchie Quarter in mint condition or uncirculated, it will be worth more than the face value of 25 cents. Mint condition coins are those that have been carefully preserved and haven't been subject to the wear and tear of everyday circulation. These coins are often in pristine condition, maintaining their original luster, which makes them highly sought after by collectors. Next, let's talk about proof coins. These are specially minted coins that have a mirror-like finish, created with a unique process to ensure they stand out from regular circulating coins. The 2015 Kisatchie Quarter in proof condition can be much more valuable, as proof coins are produced in smaller quantities and are often considered collectibles right from the start. A proof coin, when kept in great condition, can fetch much higher prices than standard versions. Now, let's address the ultimate question. How much is the 2015 Kisatchie National Forest Quarter worth? As we know, the value of a coin can greatly fluctuate depending on its condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics it may have. While the typical circulating Kisatchie Quarter might be worth just its face value, uncirculated or proof coins can fetch much more. And, in some cases, collectors who specialize in rare or limited edition coins will pay a premium for this particular quarter. One key factor that significantly impacts the value of any coin is whether it has any mint errors. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, leading to unique, often misstruck, coins that stand out. If you happen to come across a 2015 Kisatchie Quarter with a mint error, such as an off-center strike, double die, or misaligned design, that coin could be worth a lot more. Error coins are some of the most highly prized among collectors because of their rarity and the fact that they're unique. There's no other coin quite like it. So, what's the potential value of this amazing coin? If you've been lucky enough to find a highly preserved 2015 Kisatchie Quarter, whether in uncirculated or proof condition, or perhaps even with a mint error, you could be looking at a coin worth much more than you ever expected. In fact, The 2015 Kisatchie quarter has been known to sell for as much as $21,000 if it meets the right criteria and is in exceptional condition. Imagine discovering this beautiful coin in your change, or even better, inheriting it from a collection. If you take good care of it and ensure it's properly stored, it could increase in value over time. For collectors, owning a Kisatchie quarter isn't just about having a coin with an appealing design. It's about owning a piece of American history, a piece of the landscape that's been preserved for generations to come. To sum it all up, the 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter is a truly special coin, not only because it honors one of Louisiana's most stunning national forests, but also because it has the potential to become a highly valuable piece of currency. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for this remarkable quarter. It could be a key piece in your collection. Second rare coin, we're going to explore a truly unique and special coin, the 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that celebrates some of the most beautiful national parks and historic sites across the United States. And, in 2020, the Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve, located in the Virgin Islands, was honored with its very own quarter. So, what makes this particular coin so interesting and valuable? Let's dive right in. Salt River Bay is a remarkable place, rich in both natural beauty and historical significance. Located on the island of St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, the park features a stunning blend of tropical ecosystems, including mangrove forests, coral reefs, and saltwater lagoons. But it's not just a natural wonderland. Salt River Bay is also home to a wealth of history. It was the site of the first European landing in the Virgin Islands, and it holds archaeological evidence of indigenous cultures that lived there long before Columbus arrived. The design of the 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter beautifully reflects this fascinating mix of nature and history. On the reverse of the coin, you'll see a striking image of the Salt River Bay, showcasing the mangrove trees along the shoreline, which play a vital role in protecting the coastal ecosystem. In the foreground, there's a depiction of the Caribbean reef, symbolizing the region's diverse marine life, including the iconic coral reefs that make this area so unique. The coin also includes the inscription, Salt River Bay, along with Virgin Islands, and the year of minting, 2020. The symbolism behind the design of this coin is powerful. It highlights the importance of preserving both our natural environment and the rich history that comes with it. This coin captures the essence of the Salt River Bay National Historical Park, which serves not only as a sanctuary for wildlife but also as a living testament to the culture and history of the Virgin Islands. Now, let's talk about why this coin has captured the attention of so many collectors. First off, like all coins in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Salt River Bay Quarter was minted in limited quantities. This means that, over time, it's bound to become a more valuable and sought-after piece for collectors. The series, which began in 2010, has always been incredibly popular among coin enthusiasts, and the Salt River Bay Quarter is no exception. But what really makes this coin stand out is the unique location it represents. The Virgin Islands are a fascinating part of U.S. territory, and this coin is one of the few to represent the region in the America the Beautiful series. Beyond the unique location, the 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter is also highly desirable because it was released in a year of great historical importance. The COVID-19 pandemic caused major disruptions around the world, including to coin production. As a result, the 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter became one of the final coins to be minted in the program series. This added a sense of rarity to the coin and sparked even greater interest among collectors. But what makes the Salt River Bay Quarter truly valuable? It comes down to a few key factors: condition, rarity, and demand. While most people think of coins as just pocket change, for collectors, coins can be much more than that. Coins in excellent condition, specifically uncirculated or proof versions, are far more valuable than the ones you might come across in your everyday transactions. The 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter was minted with the possibility of proof coins, which are specially treated to create a mirror-like finish, making them incredibly attractive and desirable. Additionally, mint errors can significantly increase the value of a coin. Imagine stumbling upon a 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter with an unusual mint error. Whether it's an off-center strike, a double die, or a misaligned design, error coins are a prized treasure in the numismatic world. These errors make the coin a one-of-a-kind item, adding an extra layer of rarity and value. So, how much is the 2020 Salt River Bay quarter worth? The value of the coin depends largely on its condition and any unique characteristics it might have. While the Salt River Bay quarter in general circulation is worth just 25 cents, it's the uncirculated, proof, and mint error versions that hold much higher value. In fact, the 2020 Salt River Bay quarter has been known to fetch up to $27,000 in certain cases when it's in excellent condition, with the right characteristics that make it highly desirable to collectors. For anyone who's passionate about coin collecting, this particular quarter is a must-have. It represents a part of the United States that's often overlooked, the beautiful and historic Virgin Islands, and it encapsulates both natural and cultural heritage in a way that few other coins can. Whether you're just starting your collection or looking to add something special to your existing set, the 2020 Salt River Bay quarter is definitely worth keeping an eye on. As a coin collector, the thrill of discovering a rare or valuable coin is hard to beat. And if you happen to find one of these quarters in uncirculated condition, proof quality, or perhaps even with a mint error, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Imagine finding a 2020 Salt River Bay quarter tucked away in your change, only to discover that it could be worth $27,000. It's a dream come true for any collector. Third expensive coin, we're diving into one of the most fascinating quarters from the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the 2007 Idaho State Quarter. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a tribute to the beautiful landscapes and the rich history of the gem state. If you're a collector, you might be wondering about the value of this particular quarter. Well, we're about to dive deep into why this coin is more than just pocket change, it's a collector's dream. Let's start with a bit of history. The Idaho State Quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program back in 2007, which was a groundbreaking initiative by the U.S. Mint to celebrate each of the 50 states. The Idaho quarter is the 43rd coin in the series, and it holds a special place because it represents so much of what makes Idaho unique. From its rugged mountains to its pristine wilderness, this coin reflects the state's natural beauty and rich history. On the reverse side of the quarter, you'll see an incredibly detailed and artistic design. The Idaho quarter features a stunning image of the Scotchman Peak, which is located in the Kaniksu National Forest. Above this majestic mountain is the salmon, a symbol of the state's famous river systems, particularly the Salmon River, which is known for being one of the longest free-flowing rivers in the United States. The design captures both the natural wonders of the state and the vibrant life that thrives in it. This quarter was designed by Charles Vickers, who brilliantly depicted the beauty of Idaho's wilderness. The mountains, salmon, and the overall design pay homage to Idaho's deep connection to nature, while the inscription, Idaho, and the year of statehood, 1890, anchor the coin in history. This coin doesn't just represent a state, it represents a story of survival, adventure, and the spirit of the West. Now, let's talk about the value of the Idaho State Quarter. Many of you might be asking, what's so special about this coin that makes it more valuable than just face value? Well, while quarters in general are worth just 25 cents, this particular coin has a significant appeal to collectors for several reasons. First, the 2007 Idaho State Quarter was minted in both circulated and uncirculated conditions. Uncirculated coins, as you can imagine, are much more valuable because they haven't been exposed to the wear and tear of daily life. These pristine coins, which are carefully preserved by collectors, are considered premium items. If you happen to find one in a proof-like or MS-70, mint state 70, condition, that's when things really get interesting. MS-70 coins are graded as being in perfect condition, no scratches, no blemishes, just flawless. And for coins like the Idaho State Quarter, perfect condition can fetch serious money in the market. But it's not just about condition, there's also the element of rarity. As more people catch on to the value of these coins, their availability becomes more limited, and this increased demand can drive up the price. Another factor that contributes to the value of the 2007 Idaho State Quarter is the scarcity of certain minting variations. For example, there are specific mint marks that collectors pay attention to, like the D Mint mark, which indicates the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Coins with these mint marks, particularly in uncirculated condition, are often more valuable than their counterparts. With only so many being produced and many collectors holding onto them, this limited supply has the potential to raise the coin's worth over time. If you're fortunate enough to own one of these beautiful quarters, you might be wondering how much it's worth. Well, the value of the Idaho State quarter varies based on its condition, the mint mark, and whether or not it's been graded. But a pristine, uncirculated version of this coin can fetch anywhere from several $100s to thousands of dollars depending on the specifics. That said, a well-preserved version of this coin, especially one with a mint error or rare feature, has been known to sell for impressive sums at auctions. In fact, a near-perfect coin could be worth up to $30,000. So, what makes the 2007 Idaho State quarter so desirable to collectors? It's the combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. Idaho is one of those states that doesn't always get as much attention as some of its more populous counterparts, but its natural beauty, rich history, and growing interest from collectors make this quarter a must-have for those looking to build a valuable collection. Plus, for those interested in the entire 50-state quarter program, the Idaho coin is a crucial piece that completes the SET.IN conclusion. The 2007 Idaho State quarter is more than just a piece of pocket change. It's a beautiful representation of the state's rugged wilderness, its history, and its cultural significance. And if you're lucky enough to own one in pristine condition or with a mint error, you could find that this coin is worth far more than you might expect. As the years pass and more collectors become aware of this hidden gem, the value of the Idaho State quarter will only continue to rise. So, keep an eye on your coin collection, you never know when you might find a treasure. Especially, we're going to dive into a fascinating coin that has caught the eye of collectors and numismatists alike, the United States of America States quarter for Nebraska. This particular coin is not just any quarter, it's part of the iconic 50-state quarters program that was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. The Nebraska State quarter, minted in 2006, stands as a beautiful tribute to the state's rich history, unique landscape, and its place in the heart of the American Midwest. Let's start by taking a closer look at the design of this quarter. The Nebraska State quarter features a beautifully detailed image that highlights some of the most recognizable aspects of the state. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a steamboat, which represents the Missouri River, a vital waterway that has shaped Nebraska's development and economy. Steamboats were essential to the transportation of goods and people in the 19th century, and they played a significant role in the expansion of the American frontier. This symbol captures the essence of Nebraska's early history and its connection to the river that helped shape its growth. But that's not all. If you look closer, you'll also spot a pioneer, which is a nod to the thousands of settlers who traveled the Oregon, California, and Mormon trails that passed through Nebraska. The inclusion of this historical figure represents Nebraska's deep ties to the pioneering spirit and its role in westward expansion. And last but not least, the state's nickname, the Cornhusker State, is proudly displayed on the coin, reminding us of Nebraska's agricultural roots and its status as a major producer of corn. The overall design of this quarter was created by John Mercanti, a famous U.S. Mint engraver who also designed many other coins, including the famous American Eagle silver coin. Mercanti's artistic vision brought together Nebraska's history, its natural resources, and its role in the westward expansion, creating a coin that's both aesthetically pleasing and historically rich. Now, let's talk about the value of this quarter. At face value, the Nebraska State quarter is worth just 25 cents, but as any seasoned collector knows, the true value of a coin goes far beyond its face value. Coins like this one, especially those that are part of a national series such as the 50-state quarters program, have the potential to increase in value over time. So, what makes the Nebraska quarter so special? First off, the coin was minted in 2006, which means it's part of the last group of quarters released in the series. As a result, the Nebraska State quarter holds a certain level of rarity simply due to the way the U.S. Mint produced these coins. The D mint mark, found on this specific quarter, indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the two facilities responsible for minting these quarters. As you can imagine, quarters with different mint marks or limited production numbers tend to be more desirable to collectors, which means the Nebraska state quarter minted in Denver has an edge in the market, but the real value in these coins comes from their condition. If you happen to own a pristine, uncirculated, or proof version of the Nebraska state quarter, you're looking at a much higher potential value. As with any collectible, the key to higher value is rarity and condition. The most valuable coins are those that have been well preserved, free of scratches or wear. When graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, coins that are in mint state 67 or higher can fetch a substantial amount. In fact, specimens of the Nebraska quarter, especially those in exceptional condition or those with errors, have been known to fetch incredible amounts of money at auctions. So, if you have a Nebraska state quarter in perfect condition, it might be worth much more than you'd expect. Now, let's talk numbers. The Nebraska state quarter has been sold at auction for over $40,000 in certain instances. That's $40,000, an impressive sum for a coin that was originally worth just a quarter. This price is driven by a combination of factors, such as the coin's historical significance, its beautiful design, and the rarity of high-grade specimens. Coins with error features or low mintage numbers can also fetch higher prices, which makes them even more sought after by collectors. So, how do you know if your Nebraska state quarter is worth this kind of money? The first step is to carefully inspect the coin for unique features, such as minting errors, wear and tear, or signs of a high-quality strike. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are generally more valuable, especially if they have been kept in a protective holder or album. Grading is also a key factor. Coins that are professionally graded and deemed to be in near-perfect or perfect condition have the potential to sell for much higher prices. Collectors are always on the lookout for those rare and exceptional pieces, and the Nebraska state quarter stands as a testament to the importance of this incredible 50-state quarters program. This coin not only represents the state of Nebraska but also serves as a reminder of the spirit of exploration, expansion, and agriculture that has shaped this country. To wrap up, the 2006 Nebraska state quarter is more than just a beautiful piece of currency. It's a symbol of Nebraska's historical significance and its role in American culture. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or just someone interested in learning more about these fascinating pieces of history, the Nebraska state quarter is a must-have for any collection. And with the right condition and rarity, you could find that this quarter is worth far more than you might expect. Next coin, we're exploring one of the more unique and lesser-known quarters in the United States of America States Quarter Series, the Cumberland Gap Quarter from 2016. If you're a fan of collecting state quarters or you simply love learning about hidden gems in coinage, this video is for you. The Cumberland Gap Quarter, minted in 2016, is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which honors significant national parks, historical sites, and landmarks across the United States. The Cumberland Gap, which the quarter is named after, is a historic pass through the Appalachian Mountains that has played a pivotal role in the history of the United States. Located on the border between Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia, the Gap has been a crucial route for early settlers and explorers traveling westward. The Gap served as the main passageway for settlers crossing the mountains during the westward expansion of the United States. It is often referred to as the Gateway to the West, because it allowed people to move from the eastern United States to the fertile lands of the western frontier. The 2016 Cumberland Gap Quarter beautifully captures this historical significance with its unique design. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a depiction of the Cumberland Gap itself, with a group of pioneers making their way westward, symbolizing the journey that many Americans undertook to find new land and opportunities. The design also includes the archway that serves as a natural bridge, framed by the surrounding mountains. This stunning illustration is a tribute to the challenges and triumphs that settlers faced as they moved westward in search of a better life. The word Cumberland Gap is prominently displayed, and the coin also features Kentucky, as the park is located in the state. What makes the Cumberland Gap Quarter so special, though, is the historical significance it represents. The Gap was used for thousands of years by Native American tribes, but it became most famous in the late 18th century when pioneers like Daniel Boone used it to make their way west. Boone himself, a famous frontiersman, blazed a trail through the Gap in the 1770s, helping to open the western frontier to settlement. Now, let's talk about the value of this quarter. While the Cumberland Gap quarter is a regular issue coin with a face value of 25 cents, it has gained attention from coin collectors due to its design, its historical importance, and the unique place it holds in American history. Over the years, coins like this one, part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, have become increasingly valuable, especially when they are in mint condition or have unique features that make them stand out in the marketplace. For this coin, rarity plays a significant role in determining its value. The 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter was minted in large quantities, with millions of these coins being produced. However, the value of these coins increases significantly based on their condition. If you happen to come across a highly graded version of this quarter, say a proof or uncirculated specimen, then you may be in luck. Coins that are in mint condition, meaning they show minimal wear and tear, often fetch a higher price from collectors who are looking for pristine examples to add to their collection, and, of course, as with any coin, errors can significantly increase its worth. Imagine finding a Cumberland Gap quarter that has some sort of minting error, such as a double strike, a misshapen edge, or a misaligned die. Coins with these types of imperfections are especially valuable and can skyrocket in price at auction. While such errors are rare, they do happen, and collectors eagerly seek them out. Another factor that impacts the value of the Cumberland Gap quarter is its demand within the collecting community. Quarters from the America the Beautiful program, particularly those that feature significant historical landmarks like the Cumberland Gap, have gained a following among both numismatists and history buffs. The Cumberland Gap quarter is a great example of how history and coin collecting intersect, making it a unique piece of Americana. So, how much can the Cumberland Gap quarter be worth? While most of these coins are worth their face value of 25 cents, those that are in perfect condition, especially graded MS67 or higher, have been sold for significantly higher amounts. Some can fetch up to $22,000, a hefty price for a quarter that was originally worth just a single quarter. This remarkable price can be attributed to its historical significance, its detailed design, and its collectability within the broader context of American coins, but don't be discouraged if you don't happen to have a high-graded or error coin in your collection. Even circulated versions of the Cumberland Gap quarter can hold a special place in the hearts of collectors, and their value can continue to rise as the years go by. Coin values fluctuate with the market, and as more collectors realize the importance of the America the Beautiful quarters, coins like the Cumberland Gap quarter may see their values continue to climb. In conclusion, the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It's a commemorative treasure that tells the story of one of the most important historical sites in the United States. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just getting into the world of numismatics, this quarter is a great addition to any collection. With its rich history, striking design, and potential value, it's a coin that's certainly worth paying attention to. Last unique coin, we're diving into one of the more fascinating pieces from the United States States Quarter program, the New Hampshire State Quarter, which was minted in the year 2000. This coin is not only a piece of currency but a snapshot of history that honors the Granite State, and today, we're going to explore why it's a valuable collectible in the world of numismatics. The New Hampshire Quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program was an incredible success, with each state receiving its own commemorative quarter, designed to reflect something significant about that state's history, culture, or natural beauty. For New Hampshire, the 2000 quarter features a beautiful design that represents the state's rich history and its unique contributions to the United States. The reverse side of this quarter shows an iconic scene, a granite ledge, symbolizing New Hampshire's title as the Granite State. It's an apt representation, as the state is famous for its granite quarries, which were historically a key part of the local economy. The ledge is surrounded by a beautiful pine tree, a nod to New Hampshire's abundant forests. Below the design, you'll find the state's motto, "Live Free or Die," a powerful phrase that reflects the state's deeply ingrained values of liberty and independence. This motto is closely tied to New Hampshire's history, which includes its role in the American Revolution as one of the first colonies to declare its independence from Britain. But why is this particular coin, the New Hampshire Quarter from 2000, so important and valuable in the coin collecting world? Well, let's start with its historical significance. As one of the first coins to be minted as part of the 50 state quarters program, it carries a certain collectible charm that has only increased with time. The state quarters program was a groundbreaking initiative that allowed people to collect quarters based on the states they lived in, visited, or had a personal connection to. For collectors, this program became a nationwide treasure hunt, with each quarter representing something special about the diverse states of the U.S. Now, let's talk about the value of the New Hampshire state quarter and what makes it particularly valuable. While these coins were produced in large quantities, certain versions of this quarter can fetch significant amounts on the open market, especially those that are in mint condition or feature rarities such as errors or misprints. Collectors who specialize in graded coins will often pay a premium for quarters that are MS67 or higher, meaning they are in near-perfect condition, with little to no wear. This particular coin, the New Hampshire quarter from 2000, has steadily grown in popularity among numismatists and coin collectors. Whether you're just starting your collection or you're looking to add something truly valuable, the New Hampshire state quarter is one you won't want to overlook. But wait, there's more to consider. Some of these coins, particularly those that are in exceptional condition or have rare qualities, can be worth much more than just face value. We're talking about coins that could potentially fetch thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, depending on the condition and rarity, the New Hampshire quarter can be worth $34,000, yes, you heard that correctly, $34,000, if you happen to find one in pristine or flawless condition. That's a huge return for a coin that originally had just a face value of 25 cents, as you can imagine. This makes the New Hampshire quarter not only a beautiful tribute to the state's heritage but also a smart investment for collectors. For those who are looking to collect something truly valuable, finding a well-preserved or error-free version of this coin can lead to substantial financial rewards. But how can you tell if your New Hampshire quarter is worth that much? Well, the condition of the coin plays a critical role in its value. The more well-preserved it is, the more likely it is to fetch a high price. A coin that has been kept in excellent condition, with little to no signs of wear or tarnishing, is much more valuable than one that's been heavily circulated. Similarly, if your coin has any kind of minting error, like a misstruck design or an unusual feature, you could be looking at an even higher value. In addition to condition and rarity, demand is another crucial factor that affects the value of coins like the New Hampshire state quarter. As more collectors seek out specific coins to complete their collections, the value of those coins can increase over time. In fact, as interest in the 50 state quarters program grows, collectors are finding that certain coins, like this one, are becoming harder to find, driving up their prices. To sum it up, the New Hampshire state quarter is much more than just another piece of change. It's a beautiful and historically significant coin that pays tribute to the state's rich legacy. With its detailed design and connection to New Hampshire's history, it stands out as a valuable collectible in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for this coin. If you find one in excellent condition or with any rare features, you could find yourself holding a quarter worth $34,000. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin content. Who knows, the next coin you find could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Happy collecting, everyone!